My name is Cindy Bolt, and I lead our industry strategy team for manufacturing, automotive, and energy. Manufacturers really started to feel this impact back in maybe even the January timeframe when it started to hit China, because most manufacturers were still having difficulty getting products out of China, and it became even worse when the crisis hit. So they're all feeling the impact to their business. They're all feeling the impact to how do we recover, and how do we just keep our doors open. 4 key trends. The first is creating that digital experience across the entire ecosystem. Every manufacturer we talk to has got a plan for it. The challenge they have is they really need to get there faster. Certainly the COVID crisis has made them realize that. The second is, what's the new digital business model that they're going to deploy and how they engage with their entire ecosystem, especially their customers. And the third is data. How can they collect all of this data and do something with it to differentiate themselves in the market, especially in this new world? And the fourth, and the most challenging, is the workforce. I mean, I think it's well documented that in the manufacturing space, there is a deficit of over 500,000 open jobs that are out there. How do we respond to this new crisis? And what we're seeing is it's really affecting 3 key areas. First one is the obvious, financial. You know, one of the things that I've done as a board member of the National Association of Manufacturers is sat on every Friday a call where the manufacturers get on and they learn from, they'll have like Senator Rubio that will share with them what's the small business loan program and how do they take advantage of it. Sometimes there's 3 to 4. How liquid are you to be able to withstand the changes that are happening in the space? The second is, I would say, operational. Just to highlight there, of course, is the obvious. The staffing. Many manufacturers are going to have to furlough their employees. And how do they deal with that? And how do they now do more with less? So operationally, the impact, and how do they now even manage that entire value chain with less number of people and having the lack of visibility is a huge challenge for them. And then the obvious is, from a strategic perspective, where do they go from here? There are many manufacturers out there that may have had some M&A activity on the horizon, which I'm sure is now, put on hold. But Beyond has really put an impact on many of our customers' businesses. So how do they respond to that? We're seeing many of our customers pivoting their business, revamping their manufacturing and production lines to be able to manufacture masks in a way to be able to serve the needs of the public. And their demand has quadrupled. They cannot respond to it. So we're working closely with one of our partners on how to come up with a way of how can they get visibility to this demand. How can they plan out some scenarios of where they should send those products? What's the impact on the existing inventory, their sales agreements, the terms of it, and where do they send it to those places that are most in need? So that's one of the use cases. The other is, some of the companies who have cash and are able to start thinking about what's the way forward. And we're thinking about way forward. They're now thinking about, how do I now get more visibility into our operations? And what's great about this, I'd say if there's a silver lining, it's really driving our sales and operation teams to have to talk more with each other. That manufacturers need greater visibility into their demand, into their forecast. And so the new normal for many of the manufacturers, those that are going to survive, and many, many will, are now thinking about what's that life cycle of that sales agreement from the inception to the renewal. So we've also created a new community for partners to go to. And there you can see our point of view around how to respond to COVID, how to help customers in those 2 use cases, and how can we work together. And as hopefully many of you know, I have a team of experts that have been working in this industry for years that are prepared to help you. They really know how to help us mobilize quickly, listen to our customers, in addition to the tweets that Mark put out there to make sure we challenge all of the CEOs to do the best by their employees. Certainly Salesforce has done that. They've thought about their employees and their customers first and how to respond to this crisis.